Have you ever stopped to think about the unseen impact pornography has on personal lives and relationships? It's a question many of us might shy away from, but it's a conversation that's been long overdue. In this digital age, pornography has become as ubiquitous as the air we breathe. It's everywhere, readily available at the click of a button. Yet there's a pervasive misconception that it's harmless, a mere fantasy played out on the screen. But the reality is much more complex and far-reaching. Let's take a moment to grasp the magnitude of this issue. Globally, pornography is a multi-billion-dollar industry, with millions of individuals consuming it daily. Yes, you heard it right, millions. A number so vast it's hard to comprehend, and each of those millions carries a story, a life touched and often marred by the unseen impact of pornography. But how does this widespread consumption affect us on a personal level? The answer lies in our perceptions and relationships. Pornography, with its distorted portrayal of sex and intimacy, seeps into our minds, warping our understanding of these fundamental aspects of human connection. It creates a fantasy world, a world where real-life relationships often fail to measure up, leading to dissatisfaction, disconnection, and ultimately disillusionment. Behind the screen, there's a darker reality that many are unaware of. It's a realm where the mind can easily become ensnared, caught in a web of fantasy that distorts our perception of reality. This is the psychological underbelly of pornography. It begins innocently enough. A curious click, a fleeting glance, but soon it can transform into an insatiable hunger. This hunger isn't for food or water, but for the dopamine rush that the brain associates with viewing explicit content. That's right, pornography can hijack your brain's reward system, just like any other addictive substance. You see, each time you engage with explicit material, your brain releases dopamine. This neurotransmitter is responsible for the feeling of pleasure and reward. Over time, your brain starts to crave this dopamine high, leading to compulsive behavior and an increased tolerance. This means needing more and more explicit material to achieve the same level of satisfaction. And the statistics, they paint a sobering picture. According to a study from Cambridge University, about 1 in 3 men between the ages of 18 to 30 report difficulty controlling their use of online explicit material. And it's not just men. Women are affected too, with 1 in 6 women reporting addiction to pornography. But it's not just about numbers, it's about the lives behind them. The college student who can't concentrate on his studies because he's consumed by his cravings. The young woman feeling inadequate because she can't live up to the unrealistic standards set by the adult industry. The couple whose intimacy is eroded by the shadow of explicit content. And the worst part? The silence. The stigma around pornography addiction often silences those struggling, leaving them feeling isolated and hopeless. It's a silent epidemic, spreading its tendrils through our society, often unnoticed, and yet devastating in its impact. The allure of fantasies can have real-life consequences. It's high time we shine a light on the dark side of the screen, to understand, to empathize, and to help those who are caught in its grip. Because understanding is the first step towards healing. The damage isn't confined to the individual. It ripples outward, affecting relationships. Picture the bonds we form, the connections that make us human. Now, imagine them strained, even broken, by the insidious influence of pornography. Love, trust, intimacy. These fundamental pillars of relationships are eroded under its weight. Statistics paint a stark picture too. Studies indicate that those who consume pornography regularly are more likely to engage in infidelity. This isn't surprising, given that pornography fuels unrealistic expectations, distorting perceptions of what a healthy, satisfying relationship should look like. Not only that, but pornography can also lead to decreased satisfaction in relationships. The constant exposure to hypersexualized and often degrading images can desensitize individuals, making real-life intimacy seem less appealing, less fulfilling. But let's not forget, these are not just numbers or anecdotes. These are real people, real relationships. They are the silent casualties of a battle fought in the shadows, a battle against an enemy that often goes unrecognized until it's too late. The fantasy of the screen can shatter the reality of relationships. Remember this as we navigate through the murky waters of this topic. Remember the unseen victims, the broken bonds. The journey to quit pornography may seem daunting, but it is not impossible. Just as with any journey, the first step to recovery is acknowledging that there is a problem. It's about taking responsibility and making the conscious decision to change. This decision is the foundation upon which the rest of your recovery is built. The next stage is seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors trained in addiction recovery can provide you with the tools and strategies to overcome your dependence on porn. They can help you understand the root causes of your addiction and guide you in developing healthier coping mechanisms. Finding support in communities is also essential. Whether it's an online forum, a local support group, or a close circle of friends and family, having people who understand your struggles and offer encouragement can make a world of difference. It's a challenging path, but the rewards are worth the struggle. Change begins with a single step. It's a simple truth, yet it carries a profound resonance. Today, we urge you to take that first step towards liberating yourself from the shackles of pornography. The road to recovery may seem daunting, but remember, every journey begins with that initial stride. There are countless resources available to support you in your endeavor. Hotlines, websites, and forums are just a click away, offering advice, guidance, and a safe space to share your experiences. Don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors are trained to navigate these turbulent waters, and their expertise can be invaluable in your journey. But perhaps the most crucial element in this journey is finding a supportive community. Surrounding yourself with people who understand your struggles, who empathize with your situation, and who inspire you to become the best version of yourself is integral to your recovery. Take the first step today. Reclaim your life and relationships from the grip of pornography.